suite à plusieurs publications que vous avez faites, dont celle des pancartes électorales, il y a plusieurs parents qui s'inquiètent de l'influence que vous avez sur les enfants. Qu'est-ce que vous avez à leur dire?
Parce que je parle pas à Rebel News.
Enough is enough. I was mean to do one story, but it turned into another. How many parents wonder about what sort of influence their children are being subject to all day at school? I'm not a mom, but I worry about the next generation. That's why we are exposing a bad teacher today, and with your help, even more at exposetheteacher.ca. But first, I have to tell you what I uncovered. Education is a privilege. Sometimes you don't remember what you learned specifically, but it forces your mind to analyze what surrounds you. The wokeist movement and its influence have no place in school. But what if this mental awakening was influenced by the ideologies and position of the person in charge of your children? What if I add to this that a teacher in a school, influencer on TikTok, indigenous activists, self-proclaimed two-spirits, produce dubious videos that he presents on his social network, and his nonsense is likely followed by many of his students? This type of teacher wears his politics on his sleeve and who does not respect the code of ethics of teacher is surely not the only case. Therefore, today I launch a petition to expose these teachers who come to disturb the learning of children and subvert parents. If after this video you agree that this individual should not be influencing young minds, then sign massively at exposetheteacher.ca. I will deliver this petition directly to the school board and the union that protects him. The Quebec government has introduced Bill 21 on religious symbols for personnel in position of authority, such as teachers, so as not to influence young. But what about these wokeist leftists? Who protects the children from this? What about their religion of leftism? Recently, in a video that went viral, Xavier Watso, a teacher at Louis Riel High School, voluntarily cut and removed election signs.
Je suis désolé, mais ça, c'est le terrain de l'école. Et donc, ça n'a pas d'affaire là. Donc, si vous voulez vos pancartes, venez me voir. Je suis enseignant à l'école. Bonne journée.
C'est que pour moi, à l'école, on ne devrait pas essayer d'influencer les jeunes par rapport à quel parti il ou elle devrait voter. Tu me diras, c'est farfelu parce que dès que tu quittes l'école, il y a des millions d'affiches partout, puis tu as raison. C'est vraiment plus par principe. C'est par exemple, moi, tu vas jamais me voir porter un macaron du parti pour lequel je vote. C'est arrivé juste une fois.
In a return email, Mr. Alain Perron, responsible for press communication at Louis Riel School, writes, "It should be known that the Centre de Services Scolaires de Montréal, CSSDM, applies the electoral law which allow, amongst other things, the posting of signs on the properties of the Center of School Services, except on the building belonging to them, and invite the whole population to respect it. We do not comment on the case that you have submitted to us, but you should know that the election posters were reinstalled at the end of the day by the parties concerned. Therefore, the simple fact of having unhooked and removed the sign is indeed an infraction. 2 known complaints have been filed with the police regarding this event, one of which is from the candidate of the Québécois Party, Yestine Ada, 19 years old, and he quote, "I find it sad that a teacher can flout the electoral rules and that he decided to film himself cutting a sign. It is a bad example and unfortunately a case of vandalism. For the part of Election Quebec, they mentioned that they will not comment on any particular case and that everything is governed by the criminal code and therefore by the police force. This is an excerpt of the conversation with Danny Lapointe, spokesperson for Election Quebec.
En fait, c'est du vandalisme. Et puis, le vandalisme, c'est régi par le code criminel. Ce n'est pas régi par les lois électorales. S'il y a du vandalisme, par exemple, briser une pancarte, décrocher une pancarte, c'est régi par les corps policiers. Alors, c'est une plainte qui doit être portée au corps policier. Et ce sont eux qui vont donner suite ou pas. S'il n'y a pas de plainte qui est déposée au corps policier, dans ce cas-ci, aucune suite peut être donnée.
Xavier Watso then published 2 other videos. One to apologize while ridiculing the situation as if he had done nothing wrong, and then to insult the candidate of the Conservative Party of Quebec, Geneviève Deneau. The other video was made to ridicule the situation with the police officer.
I mean, j'en fais plein de crimes, puis je les filme pas. Si j'avais réellement cru que c'était un crime ce que je faisais, je me serais pas filmé en train de le faire. Il n'y a pas eu de vol, les pancartes ont été redonnées, il n'y a pas eu de méfaits, ils n'ont pas été vandalisés, ils sont remises. Puis même que la madame conservatrice, là, Dano, je sais pas quoi, elle en a mis comme 20 autres parce qu'elle s'est dit, hey, c'est ma seule pub que je peux avoir parce que personne va voter pour moi, personne me connaît, fait qu'on va en profiter, on va milk that shit. Fait qu'on en apprend tous les jours. C'est peut-être immoral de mettre ça sur les terrains de l'école. Ça a l'air que c'est légal. Fait que, my bad.
Of course, these videos are no longer available on TikTok since it has removed them, voluntarily or necessarily. But let me tell you a little about Mr. Watso. He is not some random election vandal getting away with election violation. He is a teacher at this school for about 6 years, and Eating is an indigenous activist. He has an influence on kids-friendly social networks such as TikTok, where he has about 44,000 followers. He has posted some pretty disturbing videos, especially considering he is a high school teacher. I'll let you watch the magnitude of the situation.
A, B, C, D, E, F, U, N, D, T, H, E, P, O, L, I, C, E, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ACAB. Next time, won't you sing with me? I'd like to recognize all my awesome brothers and sisters from the 2SL LGBTQ community. We need, as a society, to stop thinking in such binary ways.
Oops, my heart went oops, I never will forget. My heart went.
So go ahead, you can ask me any question about natives, Antifa, 2SL LGBTQ, about me being a teacher or me being a dad. It'll be my pleasure to talk about those things.
If this man is able to break the law and publish it, all to garner views, imagine what he is able to do without a camera, behind closed doors with kids who look up to him and think he's cool because he has some minor TikTok clout. Also laughing at burning churches, promoting abolishing the police, claiming that reconciliation between Canada and the native is dead, and that we need to shut down Canada, calling himself Two Spirits, and promoting LGBTQ+, and also seeming to know a lot of information about Antifa. Who is protecting our children from this? It's time to take concrete action. When I confronted Mr. Xavier Watso, he was a little less verbal than on his videos. Bonjour, Monsieur Watso. Vous allez bien? suite à plusieurs publications que vous avez faites, dont celle des pancartes électorales, il y a plusieurs parents qui s'inquiètent de l'influence que vous avez sur les enfants. Qu'est-ce que vous avez à leur dire?
Parce que je parle pas à Rebel News.
Pourquoi vous parlez pas à Rebel News, mais vous parlez à Global News ou vous parlez avec
Je parle à
TVA?
Global.
Ben, avec qui vous parlez?
Bonne journée.
Pourquoi vous, monsieur, vous politisez les jeunes? Pourquoi vous politisez les jeunes? Vous trouvez pas que vous êtes une mauvaise influence pour les enfants? He was like laughing at the beginning because he was like, oh, he was almost waiting for the news coming to him, asking questions. But when he saw Rebel News, he said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not talking to Rebel News. This is the teacher in question that is showing a bad example to cut down some electoral board when we know that this is an infraction to the criminal code. I'm appealing to you because we need to protect our future generation, your children, from the bad influence and indoctrination that they may be exposed to with inadequate teachers. This teacher is protected by his union, so let's send them a message that the children are the priority and that their education comes first. I will be carrying the petition signed by you, all those who want to see teacher Xavier Watso removed from his teaching duties. Sign massively, but also if you see or you have knowledge of a teacher who cannot leave his politics at the classroom door, who undermines parents, scoff at the law, and jeopardize the quality of children's education, send us a tip at tips@rebelnews.com or personally to me at alexandra@rebelnews.com. We will follow it, and if possible, we will expose this type of teacher who does not know how to put the barrier between their conviction and personal life aside and be impartial in their teaching. What happened with the election sign has only shed a light on a bigger problem. Who is teaching today children? It was Alexa for Rebel News.
Cette semaine, les dictionnaires Robert ont enfin ajouté les mots « yel » dans leur dictionnaire. Puis anyway, ça fait plus de 10 ans que moi j'utilise ces mots-là en tant que fier woke. Puis lorsque j'en ai parlé à mes élèves, parce que oui, je fais du prosélytisme wokiste, ils étaient bien ouverts. Même pour eux, c'est normal que ces mots-là arrivent enfin dans le dictionnaire.
So if you think that this teacher should be removed of his duty at school, please fill the petition at exposetheteacher.ca. And in the same time, please chip in generously so we can continue to expose the bad teacher who influence our future generation, our children. Thanks.